I hate Black Ops 3, so here's some COD World War II gameplay. Honestly, I hopped on Black Ops 3. I hopped on it, and I just don't like the way it feels. I don't know if it's something they do with the FOV on console. I don't know if it's the frame rate. I don't know if it's frame pacing. I don't know if it's the engine. I don't know if it's what they do to the dead zone. I do not know, but just aiming, shooting, running around in that game, it just doesn't feel as good as other Call of Duty games or just other shooters I own. And also when I go in there, I just get killed by a ton of supply drop weapons, spend 200 crypto keys on supply drops, and get none of the new weapons, so I'm just, you know, a little bitter. And that's how I really want to start this video, is that I'm bitter. I'm frustrated and kind of frantic about this. Treyarch recently, or just today actually, at the time of recording this, showed this off. Look at this tweet. Perks are coming back to Call of Duty. You know, not basic trainings. We got perks here. And they showed this. You know, oh look, pick 10. You know, pick 10 systems coming back. All right, this is good news. I like it, but it's not exciting. It doesn't excite me. It doesn't earn my pre-order. It doesn't earn anything. It's just like, okay, cool. You guys aren't doing the stupid Division thing. You aren't becoming a hero shooter. You got pick 10. You got your perks. Good. Pick 10 is a great system, and I've said before it needed to return, and look at that. It's returning. My problem lies in the community and how excited they are about this, and all of these YouTubers and random people that are saying, in Treyarch we trust. Well, I'm sorry, that's bullshit. I know I come off as overly negative, but I couldn't honestly care less that I come off as overly negative. Is that negative? I don't know. But I don't care. I mean, this is my personal grievance I have with Treyarch and how we get hyped for games. Now, Black Ops 2 is in my top 10 first-person shooters of all time and also my top 5 Call of Duty games. But it is not a perfect game. It is not well optimized. It's not well balanced. It has so many frustrating attributes to it, and it's just honestly one of the buggiest Call of Duties I play. There's so many gunfights that don't make sense in Black Ops 1, 2, and 3, and 2 and 1 are way worse than 3 in that respect. Because 3, in my opinion, was a very solid game with a bunch of shit piled on it. You guys have heard my opinion on this before. Black Ops 3 is a solid game that has more melee weapons than bug fixes, more ranged weapons than optimization patches, and that frustrates the hell out of me. I know you're thinking, that's not Treyarch, that's Activision. Well, who cares? Honestly, you're excited because Treyarch's making a game, but all the problems with Black Ops 3, which was a Treyarch game, is Activision's fault. Well, who do you think's publishing Black Ops 4? But the thing is, Activision also published Infinite Warfare. Infinite Warfare was a very giving game that made sure the community all had equal chances to get content, and it wasn't an RNG-based endgame. It was very well done in terms of content. Even though I was fatigued on advanced movement Call of Duty games and shooters in general, Infinite Warfare kept me coming back by adding in interesting and new things to the game that everybody could get their hands on, without having to gamble for hours of their life. You guys might like Treyarch's style of Call of Duty, but the way Activision and Treyarch kind of, in my opinion, abuse their community and don't treat them like valued customers bothers me. I didn't like the fact that Black Ops 3 had no good post-launch content. They never added a new specialist, they just added one that can copy other specialists. I guess if you think that's new, more power to you. They never added new free maps, they added reskins of maps for free much later on. The only weapon that was ever just given to me in Black Ops 3 was a pair of boxing gloves. Gee, thanks Treyarch. And the reason being is because sales were up, player numbers were up, and people just have an undying affection for Treyarch. The fact that people are so excited about pick 10 and perks bothers me just a bit. Do what you want with your money. Be hyped for whatever you want. I like the news that there's going to be pick 10 and perks. I like that news. But are we really going to pretend that Treyarch is just this magical army of developers that are set on giving you the best experience possible? No, they're not. I don't even think Infinity Ward is, and I'm more biased towards them. I love Infinity Ward, and I love all the weird things they do, but I don't trust them. This weird undying fandom for developers and companies bothers me. Treyarch is a company, okay? It's a development studio. It's not it's not Batman. It's not Spider-Man. It's not a comic book character. It just wants your money. Well, I guess comic book characters in a way want your money, but the characters themselves don't. The people selling them do. Oh, and I guess that's why we have to pay for them, is because of the people that publish them. Oh, that's right. You can't avoid the publisher. Activision takes advantage of Treyarch fans. I will never stop saying that. There is no reason for Black Ops 3, out of every Call of Duty game, to have the least amount of post-launch content, to provide the least amount of things to its player base, and treat people with a genuine disrespect. I do think it is a disrespect. Because after all the things Treyarch didn't give you, after all the things Treyarch didn't provide you with, then they were like, hey, do you want to buy old Zombies maps? That's gonna be 30 bucks. I don't know if you guys check PlayStation or Xbox or Steam sales, but 30 bucks can get you a couple of games or at least one game on sale that you've never played before. But no, yeah, they should charge you for old zombie maps, and we should be happy that we're getting reskinned maps. Like, what, how long ago was Black Ops 3 out? Like, what, 3 years? Reskinned maps? Treyarch knew, Activision knew, that Black Ops 3 as a product did not need to try very hard to please its fan base. It didn't need to do anything. So, instead of putting money into DLC weapons that everyone would get, instead, put money into them and then put them in loot boxes so people have to spend either a ton of money or a ton of time just to get one of them. If you're throwing yourself at Treyarch this year and putting all of your hype in that basket, you're also doing the same to Activision. You're throwing yourself at Activision, you're putting all the hype that you have into Activision's basket as well. They come as a pair. And do you really want Black Ops 4 to have this attitude towards its community that it doesn't need to try? For me, as a Call of Duty fan, it hurt to see Black Ops 3 start out as a fun game that I enjoyed playing and slowly look less like a Call of Duty game and more like a money-making scheme that they knew they could get away with. I'm not against pre-ordering, I'm not against spending your own money, do whatever the hell you want. But hold their feet to the fire a little bit, at least wait till the final day before pre-ordering, at least make them think that, hey, maybe we don't have the entire COD community in the bag this time, maybe we need to earn their playtime and trust, instead of just having it because our previous games did well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I like Treyarch, I like Black Ops 1 and 2, I'm not into Black Ops 3 and I'm sorry about that, but I mean, come on, I have to be honest, I have to share how I feel about this, and I'm not mad that people are excited. I'm mad about what that level of excitement may entail if Activision feels like, again, they don't have to earn your playtime. If that's not important to you, then this video probably wasn't important to you, and go ahead and leave a dislike. See you when I see ya.
What's the difference between me and you? What's the difference between me and you? Back when Q was rolling with Lorenzo in a Benzo, I was banging with a gang of instrumentals. Got the pins.